Good morning. I am Tamara Caldwell-Willis, founder of Visions Revealed Incorporated, and today we are here with Miss Shirley Bell-Wheeler.
Hello.
How are you, Miss Shirley?
I'm awesome. How are you this morning?
I am great. Just happy to be alive, happy to be able to speak to the people today, and just to learn more about you. So today we are going to hear from Miss Wheeler about her, she has several things going on, her dance ministry, her nonprofit, her for-profit organizations. Tell us a little bit about those.
Okay, so dance, I started when I was about 17. I've been at God's Tabernacle of Faith for over 10 years. And I actually started in a normal Sunday service, and I was sitting and I really felt pulled to it, like I want to be a part of this. And I was shy and like, oh, I don't know how to dance, it's not going to work out. But I had an awesome instructor when I started. Her name was Rita Dent, and she kind of just pushed me and kind of how you got to work with young people and kind of give them confidence. So I was able to fully embrace that ministry. And now I dance up under Shirley Eppinger at God's Tabernacle of Faith Church. And we do every third Sunday, but we also go minister at different churches, and sometimes we branch out and minister individually, like when I went with you to Juvenile.
Yes, let's talk about that. Miss Shirley, she has such a great energy. Your spirit is it's just good.
Oh,
I love
you.
your energy. And when you came to speak to the girls, you gave your testimony, you spoke to them, and then you performed for them. I want to share with the people more of your testimony. I want them to get to know the journey that you took to get where you are today.
Okay, my testimony, I had somewhat of I didn't have a rough childhood. It was rough because of some of my choices. I was a runaway, the story runaway, hang with the wrong crowd. I was trying to deal with different things and different pains that I was feeling by, drinking, partying, having fun. I was a little bit out of control. And I think just mentorship that I found within the church, or just the leadership and just having a purpose. When you figure out, I think what changed me is, I don't have time to party and have fun with you guys. I have to go to school. I'm going to graduate from college. I don't have time to do this. I have a ministry that I'm into. So I think the most important question is why. So for me, it was why should I do, why you're doing things, but if you have a why as to why you get up in the morning and get motivated and eat healthy and just be focused, is because you have that thing that's pushing you and driving you. So I think my ministry is that when I was looking for all the wrong things in the world, God allowed purpose to find me. And as I began to move on a mission towards purpose, all the unnecessary things began to fall off.
So when you found your why, that's what it led you and it directed you. And
yes.
So then you had a reason. So then you had a reason for doing the positive thing, but you also had a reason for not doing the negative things.
100%.
And how did you feel when you went to the detention center speaking to the girls? Talking to a younger you. How did that feel? It was empowering, and it was also made everything worthwhile. I think a lot of times we do work and we do ministries and we don't even know if we're actually being effective, or if we're doing is actually making a change. But to speak to somebody and to see yourself in that person, for them to understand and receive where you're coming from, and to know that you really just said something that made sense to them, because everybody can't speak to everybody. You have to have been in a point where you understand that person for them to really get in and understand it. So to be at the juvenile detention center, it gave me energy, because it gave me confirmation that my purpose is making a positive impact on people. And it also just gave me more of just a drive, because your gift isn't just for you. You're not doing it for you, you're doing it to serve other people. So when you realize that there may be somebody that's waiting to hear what you have to say, it makes you more motivated to do what you need to do. So Shirley, tell us more about your ministry that you're taking to the Cuyahoga County Juvenile Detention Center.
Okay, so it's under my nonprofit Elements of Eternal Movement, and we go in and each month we do a different art project. We do maybe visual arts, drawing, we do dramatic arts, like dance or improvisational acting or poetry and things like that. And the whole focus is on them. So self-confidence, self-exploration, self-esteem, self-expression, just finding positive ways for us to look at ourselves and finding positive ways for us to interact within the community and with those around us. And we're doing it in such a way that we're utilizing the arts so it's engaging for them. So it doesn't feel like, oh, I'm getting lectures. Like, we're having fun, but we're still learning things about ourselves, and we're pushing boundaries within ourselves to kind of face ourselves and understand the decisions that we make and how we can make better decisions.
So it's kind of like self-discovery.
Yeah.
You're giving them an activity, you're giving them tools where they can exercise some self-discovery.
Absolutely.
I love it. And then, like you said, it's not just them sitting and listening to someone talk at them.
Mm-hmm.
They're able to, this is a very participatory activity that you have for them.
Yes.
I love it, and I know they are going to love it. When we went to the detention center for the first time, it was such an amazing experience for us.
Mm-hmm.
And with the first time that we went with you, you were so excited, and your energy. I'm always worried about everything being perfect and in order, and you were very calming for me.
Mm-hmm.
But you were very excited still, and all of that energy. It fell onto the children, the youth as well. So I just thank you, for coming with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you were such an asset. And I'm glad to hear that you are going to continue to be an asset to the children in the detention center. Because a lot of people, kind of write them off, once they end up in a place like that. And what you're doing, you're giving back life. So tell us a little more about some more projects that you have coming up, some more events.
Oh, some more events. So we go to Juvenile once a month. I'm actually doing a community garden in the Buckeye-Woodland area. Okay. So just utilizing wellness and the aspects of what we put in our body to do some wellness activities like yoga, and just to bring the community in. That's under my nonprofit Elements of Eternal Movement. I have a for-profit. It's called Royal Priesthood. It's shining light into dark places. I do mainly like T-shirts and statement pieces, and just utilizing fashion, something that's fun and engaging, but just has a message behind it. So we're going to have August 26th is going to be the release for that. So that's a little bit further ahead. Before that, I have a retreat for Elements of Eternal Movement. We're going to do a retreat at a hotel in Solon. Okay. So that'll be fun, and that's going to be basically what we were doing at the Juvenile, but bringing it outside, like basically utilizing the arts to kind of examine ourselves and kind of give us a direction to flow forward. So just basically everything arts and community and youth and just reaching out to people.
So Shirley, tell us about some obstacles that you had to face, or at least one obstacle that you had to face while you were on your journey to who you are today, and how you overcame that.
I think my biggest obstacle is myself. I think a lot of times that we look at things as if everything is coming up against you, but I think God put everything in us that we're able to conquer and move forward. I think we just have to gain the self-confidence. I think we just have to gain the relationship so we can get an understanding and get direction. So for me, it was myself in a way that I had to learn how to be calm. You say like I was so calm. That was a journey for me because I'm very much so of a multitasker. I could do a lot of things, but it's hard. I had to get to the place where I could be peaceful in it and allow me to come into atmospheres and to kind of set the atmosphere instead of letting the world come against me and to change my thought pattern or make me anxious or just change the way that I'm feeling. And I think what helped me with that is I had to understand, number one, things are going to be the way that they were meant to be. God is in control. So I have to come into a situation knowing that everything is going to work out for my good because He's an intentional God. And then also I had to understand that praise confuses the enemy. So I have to come in with a smile, or even if it's somebody say I'm coming into a situation like, I know this person don't like me and this is that and the third. If you come in already defeated, you're allowing that person to control your energy. So I come in, hey, how you doing? And you gotta come and smile. You gotta come in and set the atmosphere and be the change agent, because you can't be a leader if you're allowing everything to lead you. So you have to come in and just feel confident in who you are and just feel just centered and just feel at peace. So I think for me, what helped was when I get up in the morning, I pray, I do my scripture, and I just have a peace, just quiet. I can notice on days when there's a lot, somebody called me, and as soon as I wake up, my feet hit the ground, I'm running. I can notice how things just don't flow right. So I think we have to stay centered, and I think for everybody, it's a different way for us to stay centered, because you can work hard and be busy and not be effective. Mm-hmm. So you have to make sure you're here in the right direction and that you have a clear mind to move forward.
You are so wise. Like, I'm sitting here listening like, I needed to hear that. Like, I needed to hear that. I really have been blessed by what you just said.
Thank you.
Right now, you got like an old spirit. Like you got a old soul, is what they call it, you know, and that was so much wisdom in what you just said. And I really appreciate that. I received that.
Amen.
I received that. Amen. What you just said.
A lot of times people tell me I have an old soul, and I think that a lot of times we go through things in childhood and we're just all, woe is me. But I think sometimes God has to break you early so that you can be pulled away from the crowd, and so you get an understanding at a young age. So I think sometimes all the times you have to take everything as a blessing because it has a purpose. So maybe you're going through something and you're like, oh, life is so hard. And like when we went to juvenile, I said, you're in this place, but you're a survivor. Like, you're strong. So when you go out in the world, nothing can really take you down, because you just, it's like how when you go to the gym and you gain muscles, you got to gain muscles spiritually. So as you go through things, you get a better understanding of life. If you don't work out your spiritual muscles, your emotional muscles, then you won't really be able to be elevated, because if you can't handle things at this level, why would you ask God to elevate you to the next level? And how you going to understand it on the next level? Who, the CEO of like Pepsi or like BET, I'm pretty sure they got so much stuff going on, but they have to remain calm. So it was a process. Amazing. Believe me, it's a process. It's a process.
You are really exceptional.
Thank you.
I see so much for you.
Thank you.
And I know that we have so much that we are going to see from you in the future.
Amen.
And I just want you to share with the people your social media so that they can reach out to you. And then please restate your ministry title, the name of your dance ministry, as well as your nonprofit and your for-profit. So let us know how we can reach you on Facebook, Instagram, and then restate everything.
Okay. On Facebook it's Shirley Bell. On Instagram it's curls CURLS_EOIM. The curls, the hair, elements of eternal movement. The nonprofit social media on Instagram, it's elements_movement. The movement, elements_the movement. So you can just find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram. Elements of Eternal Movement is the nonprofit, and Royal Priesthood is the for-profit.
All right. Well, I want to thank you. Thank you for spending the time with us today. And I want everyone to go out, reach out to Miss Shirley, see how you can be a support and a help to her. See how you can be an asset to her ministry, just as she was an asset to Visions Revealed. Thank you for listening, and have a blessed day.